we have also industrial collaboration doing the research project. Myself even leading one of the collaboration with Intel. The idea is to provide broadband access in the rural area on the existing infrastructure, that is power line.
We also encourage a lot of our students to go for internships with the companies, and quite a few companies are taking our UG as well as PG students as interns.
The faculty members are doing research on smart grid, on advanced wireless communication technique, on advanced VLSI techniques.
Culture is very rich in Amrita. We are being taught everything that's possible. We are getting such a wholesome education.
I'm Lalita, graduated from Amrita University in the year 2019 from the batch of Computer Science of Engineering. My overall experience in Amrita is very good. I feel very happy and I take pride that I've been a student or an alumni of this college.
1, 2, hello.
Faculty are always open to clarify our doubts, and
Hello.
if you and they are more approachable. They motivate you to take up research projects. I don't think any other college or any other university has this curriculum of cultural education where they give importance to the cultural values or the life values which has a separate program or a special target or focus in this university. The main value which I have learned being in Amrita alumni is that you should help without expecting any fruits.
Hi, I am Manmohan Singh Thakur. I am a 2019 pass out from Amrita and I am currently working at Daily Hunt as an associate software developer. College provides a platform actually for you to grow and for you to learn. College continuously keeps conducting such events so that students can explore all the fields of learning experience. The learning culture is very good and very appropriate here. Amrita has really good faculty. So throughout your 4 years, you would learn different subjects and you will have the ability to retain them.
Hi everybody, I am Pawan Kashyap. I'm a product manager with Flipkart. I help sellers grow through online commerce. I graduated from Amrita in 2011 from the CSC department. Since there are a lot of people on the campus from diverse backgrounds, interacting with them really makes one very sensitive to the socio-economic background that people come from. I got a lot of feedback from the outgoing students from Amrita, and that really helped me understand that the department here is really well set up. Important aspects that usually is missed out is around the environment that is created. I am what I am primarily because of my student group.
Hi, my name is Ram Sandeep. I am from mechanical department pursuing my M.Tech degree. My overall experience at Amrita is great because not only my faculty but also my friends from whom I learn a lot. For new batches, I would advise to be in the game, learn quickly to the changing environment and to always on the step other than the other universities. Here the infrastructure is good, the facilities are good, the new softwares they will get, and they will help us understand clearly how it is used in the real life problems. The cultural activities are really good, and we get to meet other campus people and from all over the India. Some fests will happen. All this made me realize how different people across the India behave, how their culture is by joining this campus.
Hi, I am Sandeep Kumar. I graduated from Amrita School of Engineering in the year 2011 from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering branch, and currently I am working with Intel Technologies in the Bangalore. My experience with Amrita University is wonderful. Rather, I would prefer to say it's memorable because the faculty and infrastructure which provided by Amrita University was really good. Amrita always prefer to provide us a proper education. Along with that, they'll give good career guidance and preparation for the interviews. We should take the engineering as everyday activity. Like we'll be using one or other thing in everyday life. So just treat it as a normal course and what we're learning every day. Amrita culture is a bit different compared to other universities. It's not only the education, also there are a lot of moral values they teach us.
Hello everybody, I am Subramaniam, a pass out batch of 2018 from Triple department. I currently work at PRDC. It's a core company of my own department, and I am a systems engineer over there. I do studies about the renewable energies right now. Amrita University is, they contributed in many ways for their subjects what they've taught and the kind of courses and the curriculum. This college is been run by a mutt in Kerala, so they also involved in a lot of activities outside, and then I was also a part of all these, so it helps you to be socially aware and then respond to those issues as well. New batch of students, please come here, study, and also learn about your studies from outside as well. It's not just purely books. Please have some knowledge about the outside industries as well in your studies.
Good morning. May I request one thing to all parents and students sitting in the back rows? Can you just try to fill the rows in front so we will get an idea? Because we have one more hall there. So if this hall is filled, then we can accommodate latecomers there. So at least just to get an idea. All of them, maybe students? Hello? Hello, students? Yeah, everyone standing after, sitting after you. Just request them to shift here. Yeah, from that broader gangway, everyone sitting after that broader gangway. Yeah, from there, that point, yeah. Just to occupy the front seat slightly here. as much as possible. So we'll get an idea, and also kind of gives a good aesthetic look that all seats are filled. Students, please come forward. You still have time to become backbenchers, so you can sit here in the front rows. And then the meeting the faculty advisors. So after that only they can. Students, please come forward and try to occupy all empty chairs. Madam, can we keep the first row empty? Is it possible? Yeah. They can sit anywhere, but the students slightly come forward. Try to fill out all these empty chairs. Some empty chairs. Can you please coordinate? Some empty chairs. Just tell the students to sit down. Students, just wherever you are seeing empty chairs, just bring students here and put them there. No, there should be no empty chair. Just ensure this thing. Please cooperate. Hello, guys.
Hi folks, we are here with Dr. N.S. Murthy, Chairperson, Department of Electronics, Communication Engineering, Amrita School of Engineering, Amrita Vidyapeetham, Bangalore. How far our students take this internship as serious as what it should be, and how much is the departmental support in getting them placed for internship, not placed for jobs, internship. Yeah. And how long is the duration of the internship that you give to them?
One thing
And the last question again, sorry to interrupt again. If they do well in the internship, does the company where he had his internship absorb him after he completes his 8th semester? Does it happen with your department?
Yeah. So first of all, I am very happy to say that most of our students are very much interested in internships. They proactively work towards getting internships. Of course, from the department point of view, we make them ready. We also send the resumes to wherever it is required and try to connect the people with the industry. Apart from that, at the organization level, CAR helps quite a lot in finding out the internships. We also have a system called Internship Mela. It happens every year where so many, almost 200 companies come here.
So it happens only for your department, or it happens?
Happens for all the departments.
All the departments.
All the departments.
So it's called Internship Mela. Oh, wonderful. This is something new which I'm hearing for the first time.
This happens and very good response is there. All the students participate in that. Great. Many companies participate. And the CIR continuously tries. From the department also we try. So it is very good that internships are going very well.
Fantastic. That's nice to hear.
And many times what happens is the companies who come for campus hiring, they come in the 6th semester. They know that they are selecting these people, and most of those people whom they selected, they already offer the internship.
Okay, I had internship in that particular company.
That is more like a package deal, internship followed by the employment.
Hi folks, we are here with Dr. N.S. Murthy, Chairperson, Department of Electronics, Communication Engineering, Amrita School of Engineering, Amrita Vidyapeetham, Bangalore. Sir, this question, like for example, after hearing you, students would certainly love to join ECE. But the question here is, why should I join Amrita? Why should I join Amrita?
There are many reasons.
Could I know a couple of them, sir?
First of all, Amrita is a very agile organization. We have so much of freedom within our Amrita to introduce new courses and teach the way it is required for the company. We also have company people coming and taking some specific topics within the. At any time, the faculty can introduce a new elective, and so much of flexibility is there for the curriculum preparation and also for the students to take different courses. We also have what is called a open course. Open course means the student can take a course from any other discipline also. Okay. Suppose an ECE student can take one course from mechanical or EEE or even CSE. We also have what is a system called open lab. Open lab means they can do the project in whatever way they want, not restricted to a particular area. And the third one is that living labs where they can go
living labs. Could you just give us a little brief on this living in lab?
It's a
live in lab.
Live in lab. It is an excellent idea. It was proposed by Amma, and that is very much required for a country like India, where the students maybe along with some mentoring faculty go to a village, live there for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, whatever it is required. Stay with the people there, understand what are the real problems, what they face in their day-to-day life.
The practicality.
Practicality, not just reading in some paper
absolutely.
or magazine. And they experience that difficulty, and then they come out with a solution for that. They come back and do whatever is required, the innovation and R&D, create a sort of a solution for that and take it back to the village and then deploy it in the field, get the feedback, improve it, and that in that way they will provide a solution to a live problem in a rural area.
So our students do that? I mean,
our students do that, almost 50-60 students do that every year. At this moment, as we talk, ECE faculty are with the students in some village near Mysore.
Okay.
This whole week they are spending there. This is the first level. Again, they will go and spend some more time. Like that, 2-3 times they go.
So they live in the village. They stay in the village.
They stay in the village.
For about, what would be the duration that they
minimum is 2 weeks.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And up to 1 month.
And they interact with the villagers, and they find out the problems faced by a villager, and they come back here and then develop to something to solve
using whatever they have learned in their degrees.
Oh, very good. I think that is wonderful to hear, sir.
It's a fantastic idea. I think as far as I know, no other university is doing it. It is only Amrita doing because of Amma's skills.
Thank you so much. I think the viewers now realize the importance of joining the Department of ECE in Amrita School of Engineering. And so thankful to you, sir, that you have spent your precious time with us and highlighting the importance of ECE, the placements, what are available, the companies that are coming, the type of labs that you have, and your recommendation what to do, what not to do after the graduation you complete your degree and become an engineer. Thank you so much, and once again, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Rishabh. I graduated in the year 2019 and my specialization was electronics and communication. While coming into Amrita, I was really unsure of what I wanted to pursue. So after coming here, the course and curriculum was quite vast and I got introduced to a variety of subjects. I feel the atmosphere here, the people and staff were really nice, and we used to keep having fests and events. I chose Amrita because some of my seniors were here. I had got good feedback from here, and my parents did not want me to move out of Bangalore because I have other commitments at home. So this seemed like the ideal place to go.
जब सृष्टि नहीं तब कौन यहाँ, तब किसने ये संसार रचा। जब अंतरिक्ष में खुलकर सारी दृष्टि छिपी तब कौन दिखा। जो सबसे पहले आया है, जो अमिट सदा रह जाएगा। शिवा शिवा शंकरा रे शिवा शिवा, शिवा शिवा शंकरा रे शिवा शिवा। जो अविरत बहता आज यहाँ, कल और कहीं बह जाएगा। मैं उसे सामने पाता हूँ, वो रूप धरे भी आता है। मैं जब भी प्रश्नों से गिरता, वो धीमे से मुस्कुराता है। मैं उसे सोच भर सकता हूँ, वो तब विचार बन जाता है। शिवा शिवा शंकरा रे शिवा शिवा, शिवा शिवा शंकरा रे शिवा शिवा। दो छोरों का अंत कहीं, वो सबको यहाँ मिलाता है। वो सत्य साधना में डूबा और सुंदरतम कहलाता है। जो जैसा है स्वीकार किया, हर परित्यक्त को अपनाया। जो ध्यान धैर्य पर्याय बना, जो संयम धारे मन काया। कब शब्दों में ढल जाता है, कब मौन उतर बन आता है। शिवा शिवा शंकरा रे शिवा शिवा, शिवा शिवा शंकरा रे शिवा शिवा। कर्मों की गति और फल हूँ मैं, फिर भी हूँ निष्काम यहाँ। मैं निराकार, मैं निर्विकल्प, मैं परब्रह्म का नाम यहाँ। मैं सब अधरों की मृदुल हंसी, मैं हर धड़कन का गीत यहाँ। तुम मानो तो मैं श्रद्धा हूँ, ना मानो फिर भी मीत यहाँ। इस जीवन के भी बाद तुम्हें मैं और कहीं ले जाऊंगा। मैं मृत्यु नहीं, मैं स्वयं पथिक, तो साथ साथ बढ़ जाऊंगा।
തിരുവാവണിരാവ് മനസാകെ നിലാവ് മലയാള ചുണ്ടിൽ മലരോണ പാട്ട്. തിരുവാവണിരാവ് മനസാകെ നിലാവ് മലയാള ചുണ്ടിൽ മലരോണ പാട്ട്. മാവിൻ കൊമ്പേറുന്നൊരു പൂവാലിക്കുയിലേ, മാവേലി തമ്പ്രാന്റെ വരവായാൽ ചൊല്ല്. തിരുവാവണിരാവ് മനസാകെ നിലാവ് മലയാള ചുണ്ടിൽ മലരോണ പാട്ട്. പൂവിളി പൂവിളി പൊന്നോണമായി നീ വരൂ പൊന്നോണ തുമ്പി. പൂവിളി മോഹം പൊന്നിൻ മുത്തായി മാറ്റും പൂവയലിൽ നീ വരൂ ഭാഗം വാങ്ങാൻ. പൂവിളി പൂവിളി പൊന്നോണമായി നീ വരൂ പൊന്നോണ തുമ്പി പൂവിളി പൂവിളി പൊന്നോണമായി നീ വരൂ പൊന്നോണ തുമ്പി. To all my friends, family, faculties and staff, we wish you all a very happy and prosperous Onam. Arpoi!
Answer is not there. No, sorry. Forgot to reconfirm. Answer is not there. Nilima madam.
The guest will be here in some time now, and you're requested to please rise when the guest walks in. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Om Amriteshware Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma. Vidvatvam Chandrapatvam cha Naivatulye Kadachana Swadeshe Pujyate Raja Vidvan Sarvatra Pujyate. A king is revered within his kingdom, but the learned, they are honored everywhere. Knowledge knows no boundaries. Dear esteemed guests, students and parents, on this note that celebrates the true wealth of education, I greet you the Amrita way, Namah Shivaya, which means I bow to the divine within you, to the light of awareness, to the essence that unites us all. Today is just not an orientation, it's a celebration of dreams beginning to blossom, of hands letting go so that the wings can spread, of young hearts stepping into a world of possibilities, and of proud parents both nervous and hopeful watching them take this leap. So let's pause for our dignitaries, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal, our principals, Dr. Sriram Devanathan, Dr. Gopalakrishnan, Chairperson EC Department Dr. Ramesh, and all the teachers who carry the torch of learning, for our staff who work silently behind the scenes, and most of all for you dear parents who held their tiny fingers once, taught them their first words, dried their first tears, and today you entrust them to us with faith and fierce love. To you we offer our deepest namaskaram, our deepest pranams. On behalf of Amrita School of Engineering, School of Computing, and School of Artificial Intelligence, we offer our heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of our newly admitted students. You haven't just joined a college, you have entered a temple of learning, a garden of values, a cradle of character. Welcome to Amrita, ranked number 1 among private universities in India, but far beyond numbers, it is a place where minds are sharpened and spirits are chiseled to be more responsible. To the parents, including all the mothers who have packed extra dabbas of love in the form of pickles and savories to our hostler students, and to the fathers who have Googled possibly hundreds of times which is the best engineering college, how far is the travel station from the campus, we see your silent prayers, we honor your sacrifices, we embrace your children as our own. Let me tell you lovingly, but confidently, you have made the right choice. Here, your child will not be a roll number. They'll be known by name, seen, heard, mentored. At Amrita, they will just not learn, they will transform. They will be challenged, yes, to think deeper, work harder, work smarter, to be more responsible. It is just that the students have to make the best of the opportunities here. And to you, our precious first-year students, our brand new Amrita babies, welcome to Amrita. Welcome home. You have come from different corners of India and some beyond. But from this day forward, this is also your family, this is your home, and you are ours. And now, dear freshers, welcome to the world where electronics and computer engineering makes hardware and software shake hands like old friends, where silent circuit speaks the language of smart machines, where microcontrollers power autonomous cars, smart homes, even AI toasters, where your creations might orbit Mars or heal miles away, and yes, one wrong pin can still light up your lab like a mini Diwali. And to the trailblazers of AI and data science, welcome to tomorrow. Here, data replaces guesswork and algorithms shape decisions. Your smartwatch is a health coach, your voice assistant, deep learning in action. Cities are smarter, hospitals faster, all powered by minds like yours. Your tools, code, curiosity, and compassion. And yes, one missing bracket might break your code until your roommate finds it within 5 minutes. Let today be more than a welcome. Let it be a sankalpa, a sacred vow, a promise that the journey ahead will be filled with that you will rise when you fall, that you will seek meaning, not just marks, that you will honor your roots even as your dreams take flight. And one day, when you walk across in your graduation attire, you look back at this today, and I hope your heart whispers, this is where I became me. So we can please together lift the roof with the loudest applause for our dear students, for their incredible parents, and for the glorious journey ahead. A big round of applause to all of them. With all our love from every corner of this institution, welcome to Amrita. Let the brilliance unfold.
On behalf of everyone in Amrita family, I offer my pranams to everyone here. We are humbled and we greatly acknowledge your presence with us here. We are honored to have with us our chief guest, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal. Welcome, sir. Let us acknowledge the presence of all the gathered members of Amrita. Principal, School of Engineering, Professor Sriram Devanathan. Principal, School of Computing and School of AI, Professor Gopalakrishnan. Chairperson, Department of ECE, Professor T.K. Ramesh. Vice Chairpersons, Dr. Shrija and Dr. Vinodini. Vice Chairpersons, Dr. Nipun and Dr. Vinita. I also welcome all the department head and various faculty gathered here. I humbly acknowledge the presence of all the staff and few senior students. Welcome. Upholding the Amrita culture and practice for years, we shall begin the program with the devout gesture of lighting the lamp, for which I invite our chief guest, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal, Principal, School of Engineering, Professor Sriram Devanathan, Principal, School of Computing and School of AI, Professor Gopalakrishnan, Chairperson, Department of ECE, Dr. T.K. Ramesh, Special Officer, Mr. Prasad, to please come up the stage. I request everyone to rise. Shubham karoti kalyanam arogyam dhana sampada Shatru buddhe vinashaya Deepa jyotir namostute Deepa jyotir parabrahma Deepa jyotir janardana Deepo haratme papam Deepo jyotir namostute. I fold my hands before the light that brings prosperity, auspiciousness, good health, abundance of wealth and destruction of the enemy's intellect. I fold my hands before the Lord, the maintainer of this creation, in the form of this light. I adore this light which destroys all the pains resulting from my omissions and commissions. Light symbolizes knowledge and darkness, ignorance. The Lord is knowledge principle, Chaitanya, who is the source, the end-liviner and the illuminator of all knowledge. Hence, light is worshipped as the Lord himself. Thank you all parents for your prayers, blessings and goodwill. We have our student Miss Anaga from the Department of ECE rendering the invocation song.
ध्यायामो धवलावगुण्ठनवती तेजोमयीं नैष्टिकीं स्निग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवतीं मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखीं वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीं मधुसिक्तसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरी अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरी अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरी.
Thank you, Anaka, for that soulful rendition. Before I invite our principal, Dr. Sriram Devanathan, for the welcome address, I would like to take a couple of moments to brief about Sir. Dr. Sriram Devanathan, our esteemed principal, School of Engineering, is a scholar par excellence. Dr. Sriram holds a rare dual PhD from Iowa State University in chemical engineering and statistics, a powerful blend of precision and analysis. Not stopping there, he also holds a master's in chemical engineering and another in sociology, bringing together science, systems, and society in one brilliant mind. Before stepping into academia, he spent over a decade in US, working with global giants 3M Company and Lonza Biosciences across Minnesota, Texas, California, and Washington, D.C. During this time, he led global quality improvement and cost reduction projects in multiple 3M manufacturing units, turning engineering into efficiency and innovation into impact. His passion for learning and sharing led him to train more than 1,200 professionals, engineers, managers, and operators in statistical methods, software tools, and Six Sigma technologies. His technical expertise is deep and wide, from CGMP to ISO internal auditing. He has mastered the global standards of excellence. Among his many accolades are Six Sigma Black Belt training from 3M USA, ISO 9001 internal auditor training USA, the prestigious 3M Pollution Prevention PACE Act, and a special citation for social service from the Mayor of Los Angeles, California. With over 23 years of rich research experience, Dr. Sriram's focus today is as inspiring as it is impactful: sustainable development, with deep engagement in women's empowerment, rural upliftment, combating gender bias and resilience in tribal communities. A leader, a researcher, a mentor, and a change maker, Dr. Sriram Devanathan truly embodies Amrita's vision of education for life, not just for a living. May I now invite our principal, School of Engineering, Dr. Sriram Devanathan, to present the welcome address.
Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. Respected Chief Guest, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal, my colleagues on the dais, Dr. Gopalakrishnan, Dr. T.K. Ramesh, my colleagues off the dais, faculty, parents, and my dear students. A very warm and hearty welcome to all of you. It's indeed a special day for all of you. I understand that. I can remember the excitement and also a feeling of pleasant nervousness that I had experienced when I was in your position a long time ago. I don't want to say how long, but a long time ago. Now, this day is the beginning for many things, but if you look back in future, it won't seem like it was a break of any kind. Now it may seem like, okay, school has ended, college is beginning, and so on. But education, by its very nature, is without break. And that a long time ago, people recognized in our country. But today, people make a big deal out of saying lifelong learning. Learning cannot be anything other than lifelong. It's impossible. Otherwise, we cannot survive in this world. So, if you recognize the importance of this, that learning has to be lifelong, there will be a zest and enthusiasm created for it. It will not be a burden. Every day will be a joy in terms of what you can actually learn in this world. But even if you understand this intellectually, there may be many challenges coming in the way of implementing this. Now, one of the challenges could be, I think I don't have the device with me here, the mobile phone. I think all of you would have experienced how it can be a distraction. Not just for you, my dear students, but for even the most seasoned, hardened professional working in the corporate world. So the question is, how is it that we can recognize what it's doing, what its impact is in our lives? How it's impacting our progress towards our life goals? And what measures do we take to address those challenges? How do we prevent and counter those distractions? So I just want to share a few things with respect to that. But before I do that, it's always good to know a little bit about the audience, and it's always good for the audience to understand about the institution where they have entered. So you, my dear students, and the parents have imposed your trust in this institution, and you would not do it unless you were convinced or at least informed about the value of the institution. So something about Amrita University appealed to you. We recognize that you have a choice in terms of various higher education institutions in the country that your son or daughter could go to, that you, my dear students, could go to. But you chose this, and there would have been some criteria in your mind about choosing this. So what I would like to do is to reinforce the value of that with a few facts and figures. So first thing, I'll try to understand the composition of the audience. So now the question number one is posed to the students who are here. All those who are from Karnataka, could you please raise your hands? You can raise it fully. Be confident that you are from Karnataka. Okay, thank you. The second from Andhra and Telangana. Okay, thank you. Tamil Nadu. Okay, Kerala. Okay, and now for the rest of India, the north, northeast, west. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So it gives us an idea. Now the second question is about Amrita. So I want to know what you have read on the website or heard from parents or heard from other friends and so on. So if we are saying this is of value, one question will be, does the world recognize this value? And the answer is yes, absolutely. And even in spite of being a very young university, just 22 years old, the recognition is tremendous. So the students, I think, now will be able to answer this question. What is Amrita University's rank in the country? There are no negative points, you can guess. Yeah? Is it 1? Is it 1000? Is it 100? What do you think? Come on, guys, I know you can do this. 7, wow. First answer is the right answer right away. Let's give a round of applause to that person. So it is number 7 as per NIRF, National Institute Ranking Framework. But it is number 1 with respect to a few other things, which is just a tremendous achievement. There is something called Times Higher Education. It's a ranking agency. And that is one of the most prestigious ranks that you can get in global rankings. And as per that, Amrita stands number 1 with respect to sustainability impact. Earlier, my colleague had spoken about Amrita having this vision of education, not just for a living, but education for life. And that means naturally it has to penetrate to how we embrace sustainability in its truest form. And that has been recognized by the world. And that's not easy because you have to translate into practice. It's not theory, it's not publishing of papers, it's putting it into practice. And with that, Amrita has proven to be number 1 in the country. And there are several like this, these accolades, which were unimaginable for a university that is just 22 years old. And this is not the first year that we've been receiving this. Even the NIRF ranking, the first time that Amrita appeared for the ranking, that year itself, it was number 7. So you can imagine a newbie entering a field and right away dominating. It's something special. Now, along with this, how is this made possible? You know, a lot of times when our founder, Amma, is interviewed, in the aftermath of a lot of wonderful efforts that she does, humanitarian activities that take place across the world, let's say in the aftermath of a disaster or something, the organization is the first to rush to the scene and, whether it's the Chennai floods or Raichur floods or whatever it might be, it's just always on the scene, immediately, selflessly putting the words into action, compassion into action. So when people ask her and they are applauding her efforts, the first words Amma says is, "It's all because of my children." Now, who are these children? They are the people who are in the university, in the ashram and so on, in the MA Mutt. So there is a reason that she's telling that, because it's an organization which prides on giving. And this is something that the late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam had very specifically made a point of telling. This organization gives and gives and keeps on giving. And that's a culture that we would like everybody to embrace. And that's what makes it special. So now Amma says it's all because of my children, because the children have a habit of giving, a culture of giving. And this the world recognizes. Now, who are these children? Now, specifically, if they are bringing accolades to the university, then it's the children in terms of the students, it's Amma's children in terms of the faculty and the non-teaching staff, the leadership and so on. They are all the children that Amma is talking about. Now, how many of these children do we have in the university? So I have a question number 2 to the students. How many students does Amrita University have? Guess. It looks like the audience hasn't had breakfast or hasn't woken up today. Guess. How much? 5,000. No, you gotta go way up. 25,000, not bad. Little bit higher. 30,000. Okay, so we are close to 30,000 in the university. How many faculty do you think we have? Oh, wow. Okay, somebody's very close to, yeah, we have close to 2,000 faculty. How many campuses does Amrita have? How many? 8, 9, yeah, you're close. So the actual answer is 10, but 9 is probably what you'll get from the website, because the latest one has just been established in Haridwar. So 10 campuses, 2,000 faculty, 30,000 students. How many degree programs? Is it dozens, hundreds, thousands? 60 to 70. Anybody you want to take another guess? So I'll just say that that's very less compared to the actual figure. What's your next guess? Wake up, wake up. How many? 120. Okay, you have to keep going up. So it's 230, close to 230 degree programs. Now, why am I saying all this? Because this tells you about the quantity and the quality of the university in terms of its education delivery. Right? These are all things reflecting that if either of these were missing, NIRF ranking would not be possible. THE ranking, QS ranking, all these would not be possible. Always that quality and quantity combination is essential. So you should be proud of the institution that you are getting into, because this journey is going to set your foundation for your future, for your professional journey, for your professional aspirations, career aspirations, and so on. Now, I mentioned about the distraction, especially the mobile. I want to tell you a couple of small stories just to drive home some points. So first thing, there is a character which is about maybe 1100 years old that features in a lot of stories with some messages, and this character's name is Mullah Nasruddin. And there's also, some people add another word, Hoja. So Mullah, we can call him right now for now. So now this character, I think how many of you have heard of this character? Okay, decent number. Okay. So it looks like a lot of the audience does not read Tinkle comics and all that. Maybe it's time you started. Okay. So Mullah is a very, very laid back character and very, very full of humor and eccentricities, and some people considered him crazy and mad. But the lessons from his life and his sayings are very, very beautiful. So now, because he's very laid back and people associate him with always just kind of relaxing somewhere and chilling and just sleeping and all that. But such a person, one day it so happened, the people saw him dashing madly on his donkey. He used to ride a donkey, not a horse. So every time people saw him, he was always just chilling, or maybe even if he rode the donkey, it will be at a very slow pace. And one day he was just dashing madly, and then he was dashing through the town market. People were very, very surprised and stunned. They said, "We have never seen him like this. He's never in a hurry. What is going on?" So while he's dashing, people are shouting after him, "Hey Mullah, where are you off in such a hurry? We've never seen you like this. Where are you rushing to?" And then Mullah answers, "I have no idea. Please ask my donkey." So the lesson from this, what if your mobile is your donkey and you are being taken along for the ride in a mad rush, and you don't know, and you suppose you tell the employer or your parents or others or your teachers, if they ask, "Where are you going?" and you say, "Please ask my mobile," how would it be? So do you want your life to be steered like that? Absolutely not. So now you have to think about what is it that you have to do in order to not fall under the influence of that. First step is to wake up to that problem. It's going to get tougher and tougher. Today, the influence that it has on you, I would say, is small compared to the way it's going to happen in future. But that cannot be an excuse for you to say, "I hand over my life to the mobile. I hand over my life to the laptop." Definitely, that would make for a very poor life. So the question is, how is it that you're going to counter that? That brings me to the second story, again with Mullah. Okay. So Mullah has a son So one day they are traveling. He has his faithful donkey with him. So the son is riding on the donkey and Mullah is walking along with him. So some people come and they see this, the son is on the donkey, and then they start scolding the son. What kind of a son are you? Your father, poor fellow, he is walking and you are riding on the donkey. Don't you have any shame? Don't you have any respect for your father? So what does the poor son do? He gets down and he says, Dad, you climb on the donkey. So Mullah climbs on the donkey. They go little further. Some more people come and they say, hey Mullah, what is this? How can you be so cruel to your son? He is, poor fellow, he is walking and you are riding. Don't you have any shame? So Mullah gets down, and then because of what happened previously, now he is thinking he has to change a little bit. The previous thing also doesn't work. So they both decide both of them are going to ride the donkey. So they both ride the donkey a little further, and then people shout at them, hey, poor donkey, how can both of you ride on this together? Don't you have any shame? And then they say, okay, these people are not satisfied. So both of them get down, and then they are both walking. The donkey is being led by the reins, and some more people come, and then they say, what fools you are. You have a donkey and neither of you is riding the donkey. So now you see, my dear students, this is how the world is going to be around you. If you are thinking you'll get a certificate of endorsement and approval from your friends and colleagues and other people in this world, you are going to be taken for all sorts of rides. It will not work that way. You have to use your judgment God has given you. If you are going to be influenced every time by what somebody else has said, always waiting for a certificate of approval from others, always thinking whatever Instagram says, that is correct. Whatever Google says, that is correct. That is sacred. Today it is not Bhagavad Gita, it is not Quran, it is not the Holy Bible. It is all Google and Instagram. That is the religion, that is the scripture. So if you think that you can actually survive like that, you are in for a big, big surprise. So when you are trying to counter the influence of the mobile and you listen to whatever the mobile is saying, how is that going to work? It is the source of all the damage, and you are saying, I'll get all my wisdom from that source. It will be a horrible way to live your life. So as you go ahead, think of these two things. What is driving me, and in what direction and at what speed? Do I want to be driven there at that speed? Or do I want to make my own choices? And the second, where am I getting my information and wisdom from? Is that the right source? Or do I have better sources? And if you can have that self-awareness to steer clear of these influences, definitely you'll be able to overcome any kind of challenges, whether it's from the mobile or anything else. So with that said, I just hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful journey ahead. I'm sure that the opportunities and facilities here are going to be more than adequate. I always say that India is equally the land of opportunities, not just the US. And our chief guest today is an example of this, how he has made use of these opportunities and the facilities that our country provides to really rise up like anything through his enterprise, through his effort. So India is a land of opportunities, but the question is, what is the initiative that each one of us brings to the table to make use of that opportunities and succeed? So I'm sure all of you can do that as well. Wish you all the very best for your journey ahead. Namah Shivaya.
Engaging Gen Z amidst the whirl of reels, misinformation from the WhatsApp university, snap filters, and not to forget the cozy weather of this city is not an easy task. But who better to ace it than the master wordsmith himself? Thank you, Dr. Sriram, for the not so intimidating pop quizzes and fables that captivated young minds throughout. We are fortunate to have you at the helm, steering us towards a brighter future. Your commitment to excellence and your ability to lead by example have truly made a significant impact on each one of us. Thank you, sir. To formally welcome our honored chief guest, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal, I would like to invite Dr. Manish Walvekar to present a bouquet as a token of profound respect and gratitude. Your presence adds immense value to our event today, sir. It is my distinct honor to introduce our chief guest for today, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal. It is our privilege to introduce Mr. Anshuman Agarwal, a powerhouse of insight and innovation in the world of e-commerce and retail technology. With over 22 years of rich and diverse experience, Mr. Anshuman has donned many hats: thought leader, mentor, strategist, and transformation catalyst, consistently redefining how businesses optimize and grow. An alumnus of IIT Kharagpur and IIM Ahmedabad, two of India's most prestigious institutions, Mr. Anshuman blends analytical brilliance with a deep understanding of market dynamics. His journey spans across merchandise planning, supply chain optimization, warehousing, risk management, and strategic consulting, making him a truly multidimensional leader. Mr. Anshuman began his career with the global giants like BCG, ITC, Myntra, and Inductus, where he crafted strategies and built operational excellence. But his entrepreneurial spirit found its true calling in Incref, a venture he co-founded with a mission to revolutionize retail, with a special focus on short life cycle products like fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. Incref is empowering brands with intelligent merchandising and smart inventory solutions, driving both sustainability and profitability. Today, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal is widely respected as the go-to expert in operations, consulting, and business strategy, someone who doesn't just follow trends but shapes them. Whether mentoring startups or speaking at industry forums, Mr. Anshuman's clarity of thought, passion for innovation, and commitment to excellence continue to inspire the generation of leaders. Let us welcome this dynamic trailblazer whose journey proves that with vision, strategy, and courage, businesses can be both intelligent and impactful. I request sir to address the audience.
Thank you. Namaskara. And dear sir and dear faculty members, thank you for having me here. Dear students and parents, really honored, humbled to be here with you. I can understand 30 years back when I was in your shoes joining IIT Kharagpur, life was very, very simple. Right? All we had to do was 3-4 years of study, one internship, got the job, and then life started. Right? It is no more so for most of you guys. Right? Your internship starts from year one, you keep doing different projects. You don't know how the job scene will be after 4 years. Not from whether the jobs will be there or not, but what kind of jobs will be there. So life is far more complex for you guys than what it used to be for us, let's say 30 years back. One thing I would say, sir, I run a company called Incref. It stands for Incredible Efficiency. And we work with mostly fashion brands on helping them improve efficiency. We have almost 250 people. Our hiring bar is one of the most stringent hiring bar in the industry. If we interview, let's say 100 odd people, probably 1 or 2 will qualify. And we hire regularly from Amrita. We have lots of Amrita students as a part of our company. And one thing I can say, very, very confidently is couple of things makes them stand apart. One is purely the confidence with which they deal, okay, and their curiosity to learn and their simple mathematical aptitude. And these are the things which makes them stand apart. Just to give you one example, one of the students from this college, we had her few years back. In her first year or first few months, she was part of a business team. Unfortunately, a lot of people moved out of that. They moved out to different companies. And she was left to deal with, I think, almost 7 or 8 global brands to deal and help them in their projects and manage those clients and all. Imagine a first year fresh graduate dealing with 8 different global clients and running their projects practically independently. She did that, and she did that with flair. I think that to me is the testimony that what kind of values, what kind of education is being granted here, right? And how seriously the students take it. So I just want to give this example just to reassure that you are in the right place. You are in one of the best places. And if you can utilize the opportunity here, I'm sure you will do great wonders. Right? So that's what I wanted to start with. I'll just give you one story, and today I want to focus a little bit more on AI and what it means for you guys. And the simple reason is not because it is a buzzword, but it is a reality. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, I'll switch it off. Sorry. The reason I want to focus today on AI and its impact is not because everyone wants to talk about it, but the simple fact is that this is going to be the biggest driver in your future, in your career. Whether you realize it today or you realize it after a few years, but that's the fact, right? Every single thing we do today is getting touched by AI, right? AI is impacting the way we do it, and it is imperative that we understand the relevance of it and make sure that we are kind of up to date with that so that we don't lose out on the race, right? How many of you have heard this phrase, and I'm sure I'm talking to the students and maybe parents, that AI will not replace humans, but somebody who knows AI will replace humans? How many of you have heard this phrase? Okay, that's scary. I was expecting a much better response. But anyway, this is a phrase which is being talked about by the global gurus of AI, right? Satya Nadella, or the people who are designing the AI models and all. These are the top-notch experts in AI. Believe me, it is false. It is absolutely nonsense, right? AI will replace humans. That is period. AI will replace lots of jobs which humans do today. Maybe in 5 years, maybe in 10 years, but that's bound to happen, right? I'll just give you a few examples. Last week, we were having a kind of a catch-up meeting where 15 of founders of different tech companies were there. We were having a very general catch-up meeting, and these are all founders of scaled startups which have 500 people, 1,000 people. They have billion-dollar revenues and all. So these are really people who have made their mark in the industry. And we were discussing about how AI is impacting their business. Okay. Couple of things came out very, very strongly. One, AI is not replacing just low-end jobs. It is actually replacing high-end jobs faster. Okay. So in my company, for example, 40% of codes written by engineers are AI driven. There are companies which have much larger number, but we are just in the starting phase of that journey, and already within 6 months 40% of codes are written by AI. Many companies where customer success or support teams, 40-50% of customer queries are getting answered directly by AI without any human involvement, right? And these are, I'm talking about complex queries, complex codes, not just simple chat GPT, prompt engineering or LLMs. So this is a reality today, right? Real AI, or as we know, chat GPT started just couple of years back, not 10 years back. And in 2 or 3 years, we are at a stage where it is changing everything. So we have to be cognizant of this. Okay. I'll just share a couple of stories. So my son, he is 12 years. Okay. And he asked me a very interesting question when we were traveling. He asked me, what will happen if we switch off AI today? Okay. Very genuine, childish question, that what will happen if we switch off AI today? And I said, probably nothing, right? We have started using it. We have some dependence on it. But we'll go back to our old ways of doing it, right? Old ways of coding, old ways of making presentations and stuff like that. So nothing really is going to happen much. Immediately he asked me a second question, that let's say after 2 years, what will happen? If we decide to switch off AI after 2 years, what do you think will happen? And the answer was very different, at least for me. The way I foresee things, 2 years down the line, we will have a massive dependence on AI. And then switching off it will be practically possible. So I told him that. And he said, then probably his answer was that probably then AI is becoming like electricity. Okay? That when electricity was invented, maybe first 6 months or a year, even if it was switched off, it really didn't matter because very few people were using it and their life didn't depend on it. But now we can't do anything about it. And same thing is going to happen with AI. Okay. So just understand these points. One more thing, I think I'll talk about 2 mathematical concepts, so bear with me. Okay. And unfortunately, we tend to ignore or don't understand the importance of those concepts in real life. So one is exponential curve. How many of you know exponential curve? Much better. So okay. So just to explain in a very simple term, exponential curve is, let's say it goes flat almost to some time, and then at some point the knee hits and it starts rising exponentially. It goes very fast. Okay. To explain this concept in a very simple term, my father used to tell me a story about Akbar and Birbal. So Birbal did something fantastic and Akbar wanted to reward him. He said, क्या चाहिए बताओ? He said, क्या दोगे आप मुझे? मेरे पास सब कुछ है. He said, नहीं, बताओ क्या चाहिए? I am a king, I can give you anything. He said, okay, ठीक है, if you want to give me something, bring a chessboard. And first box, you keep a grain. Second box, double it, so keep 2. Third box, double it, keep 4. And so forth. And till you reach the 64th box, whatever grain is there, give me that much. And he laughed. Yaar, kya maang ke, what? Maang ke bhi kya manga? This is nonsense. So he asked somebody that go give him this, whatever his wishes. They came after a few hours and said it is impossible to grant his wish. Okay. If you do this maths, by the time you reach 64th block, you would have exhausted the grains of entire world, and you'll still not fulfill that mathematical equation. Right? We don't understand this really, that how exponential things works. If you are doubling something every year, how does it grow? That in our mental math we think linear, and that's why this concept of extrapolation doesn't register. Somehow AI is in that space, right? 2 years back, people ridiculed it. It's childish. It hallucinates. It gives wrong answers. Half of the time, it will give wrong answers. That's a reality. But it is not growing 2 times every year. It is growing probably 5 to 10 times every year. So think about it. Today, it is at a certain stage. Where is it? Next year, it'll be 10 times more smarter. 1 year down the line, it will be 100 times more smarter. Right? There is no way us as humans can compete with that. Impossible. Right? So the fundamental question then comes is that if that is the reality, if that is the fact that a lot of jobs will go away, or a lot of intelligent work will also be done by AI tools, what should, as students, you should think about, and what should you do? Right? I'll give you an example of how we hire people. What is our hiring criteria? The first thing we do, and this is true for last 10 years in my company, whether you are joining as a warehouse worker, or you are joining as a head of marketing, or joining as part of HR, irrelevant, whatever department you are, whatever designation you are, we first give them a mathematical test from standard 8 maths book. We pick up some 20. Oh, sure, no problem. So we give them a 20 to 25 questions from standard 8 maths. Okay, believe me, simple logical reasoning problems, simple linear equations, interest rate problems like this. Right? What we are trying to test is whether that person has mathematical ability, aptitude, and problem solving thought process. We are not looking at answers. We don't expect them to have formulas remembered after 20 years leaving the college or school. But what we are looking for is their approach and their mathematical aptitude. Right? Because in today's world and going forward also, that is fundamentally that will decide or determine how you will learn new things. Right? So that for us is the biggest first roadblock. We don't even start interview till that process they clear the mathematical test. Okay. And it surprises people. It surprises us also that people with very accomplished journey, right? They have done from great institutes, studied, working in great companies, they fail that test. A lot of them, right? So one simple suggestion and a request that keep that desire to problem solve live in you. AI will not replace that part. You have to have that basic problem solving aptitude to even ask the right questions to the AI tool. Right? The second thing, the second test in our hiring criteria is we do a behavioral test. So we ask some soft behavioral questions. Again, to understand whether as a person he will fit into the culture of our company and the requirement of job, but also to understand what is his learning aptitude, what is his curiosity level, right? The pace with which new things are happening, okay, Every single day something new comes up in the space of AI, in the space of learning, that unless you have that aptitude of learning and curiosity, you are bound to be left behind. Absolutely no questions about it, right? It is impossible that you can keep pace with new tools, new solutions, unless you are curious and ready to learn and explore new things. So that to me is the second most critical skill as a person you should have today. May not be so relevant 30 years back, but today it is super relevant that you should have that skill set, right? What we did in our company, for example, when we started, let's say 1 year back, pushing people for learning AI, because we realized that that's the way forward. There was a lot of resistance. People said, "Nahin, it's not very useful. I will get an answer from AI, but then I have to work again on it, so it's a double work," and lots of excuses people gave. But we kept pushing. We kept pushing every day that, look, you have to learn new things, and anything which you are doing which is repetitive in nature, if you have to do it 5 times, it should be automated using AI. And after a year of push, today I can say that people have realized the importance and have started accepting that as a norm. But what is happening, at least for the new hires, so again, this same group where 15 of us were talking to each other, one thing came out very strongly. They said, any new hire, irrespective of the role or designation or seniority we are hiring, we test whether they have explored AI tools, whether they have built something meaningful, not just कि मैंने ChatGPT कर लिया या Sora से video बना लिया. All those things are childish or kiddish, I would say. But have you done something meaningful out of it? Have you designed something meaningful out of that? That is becoming a criteria for hiring, right? And it is nothing to do with you have to be a computer science engineer or a AI expert. Actually, no. I have zero technical knowledge. I come from mechanical engineer background, largely did operations and consulting in my job. So I'm not a coder, I'm not a technical guy from that perspective, right? But even with my limited knowledge, the kind of things I can build on AI is absolutely insane, right? And it is up to me how much I want to keep pushing or exploring, right? Just to give you an example, I had a business idea last week and we were debating about it. It was a very simple business idea that can we have voice-based point of sale system for kirana shops, okay? And I gave this prompt, gave this requirement to the AI tool that, look, this is the business idea I have. Can you make a pitch deck? If you have to pitch it to some investor, can you make it? Within a matter of 5 minutes, I had the deck ready with very clean, structured flow, that what is the business size, what are the challenges, blah, blah, blah. Half the data points were wrong, but at least I had a starting point. Similarly, I could myself build presentations, small apps, small stuff, without having knowledge of AI, without having knowledge of coding, not AI. So that's where we are today. Believe it or not, you have to learn AI, and I strongly urge you, all of you, that at least spend half an hour every day to read about it, to experiment from it. Not necessarily that it has to be from your course, right? Whether you are a mechanical engineer or an electrical engineer or a computer science graduate, doesn't really make a difference. At least read about it. Be aware of what is happening. Otherwise, 4 years down the line when you are in the job market, it will be very, very tough. Extremely tough to get a good job or a good position. Okay. At the same time, if you are up to date and doing something interesting there, you would become one of the most valued resources. And see, think about it, right? If on one hand, a lot of jobs are getting automated, right? Number of job openings in future will be lesser. If today there are 100 job openings, in future it will be 60, 70 or even probably lesser. But those job openings would be more important, more qualified and demanding higher skills than what these jobs which have been automated. Right? So it is that much more imperative that you keep yourself aware and updated on things and keep experimenting. And fortunately, at least for students, almost all AI tools are free. Right? So I don't see a problem in terms of you don't have access to resources and all. Yeah. I think that's my message to you guys, that once you are coming into the stream, keep yourself curious, keep learning and keep enjoying. Right? One thing I just want to leave with a message. When we were deciding about 9 years back that what are the values we want to drive in our company as founders, and we were discussing about a lot of values in terms of integrity and honesty and blah blah. One thing which stood out for us was we all wanted to keep that value system of being happy as our #1 value system. That anyone who is working in our company should enjoy coming here. On Monday, they should look forward to come to the company rather than saying ki yaar Monday aa gaya. Right? They should not be crib about working and doing stuff. They should all enjoy the life, enjoy being there. And I think it's not just about the company, it's also extends to our personal life. That if we are happy, everything else kind of settles off. And I'll just tell you my personal story. So when I graduated from IIM Ahmedabad, fortunately I got into a very good job. I started with consulting with one of the leading data analytics company in India. Then I moved to strategy consulting. Then I moved to Boston Consulting Group, which is like globally one of the best consulting firms. So in my mind, I thought I have kind of achieved something, right? Very good company, good pay, life was settled. And I kind of went back to the campus, and one of my professors, Dr. Anil Gupta, is like very senior, very respected professor. I went to him to meet him, and we were having dinner at his house. And I told him what I am doing. And his only question was, are you happy? He asked me only one sentence, one question. That are you happy where you are today? Don't give me that you are a big consultant now and blah blah. Just tell me, are you happy? And that forced me to think that, okay, where am I? What am I doing? And is it kind of giving me that happiness? Because as part of consultant, I had a very, very hectic work life. Right? I used to be out from Monday to Friday. My daughter was young and used to hardly see her and stuff like that. And then I decided to move out and join a startup. And that's how my journey kind of changed. So I think this is one of the most important questions, at least I have realized in my life, that keep asking this question to yourself, that whatever you are doing, are you enjoying it? Are you happy doing it? Be it studying in this college or doing something which is interesting for you. So keep questioning that. But don't crave that yaar ye boring lectures hain ya outdated curriculum hai. That's not really the problem statement. The problem statement is what are you doing to enjoy your 4 years here? how are you making this 4 years memorable for yourself? Right? If you keep asking that question every day, you will do something meaningful out of these 4 years, and hopefully in the life after that, right? So just keep that message in mind, that enjoy what you are doing and try to make sure that you enjoy it every day.
Thank you, sir. I believe that our new joinees are extremely grateful for your experience, and your assurances about your experience with our alumni is extremely thoughtful of you to share. Your insightful guidance is definitely one of the core memories our generation would definitely look back upon. Sharing this personal story to help us understand dependency is quite thoughtful of you. I hope all of us here are reminded by his address to return to our primary settings, which is never to give up on our fundamental skills, keep learning, keep updating, and never stop being curious. P.S. Do not forget to enjoy. It is now my privilege to briefly talk about our next speaker, our beloved principal, School of Computing and School of AI, Dr. E.A. Gopalakrishnan. A name synonymous with excellence in artificial intelligence and complex systems. Dr. Gopalakrishnan leads two of the most dynamic schools at Amrita's Bangalore campus. He also serves as the head of Amrita Center for Artificial Intelligence and Data Analytics, a premier research hub where theory meets applications and problems meets their solutions. A proud alumnus of IIT Madras, where he earned his PhD, Dr. Gopalakrishnan has since carved an indelible mark in academia and research. His scholarly work has graced some of the most reputed international journals, including Nature Scientific Reports, Journal of Fluid Mechanics, Chaos, Physical Review E, IEEE Transactions, Engineering Applications of Artificial Intelligence, and Soft Computing. And speaking of impact, his deep stock price prediction hasn't just made waves, it has made history. Cited over 1,000 times globally, it continues to influence research and real-world financial modeling to this day. But research is just one facet of his brilliance. Dr. Gopalakrishnan is also the architect of future-ready education. He has played a pioneering role in designing some of Amrita's most sought-after programs: the B.Tech in CSE AI, the B.Tech in AI and Data Science, and M.Tech in Data Science. These curricula are crafted not just for today's industry needs, but for tomorrow's possibilities. He has also been at the forefront of securing major research grants from prestigious bodies like DST, DRDO, and ICMR. Leading cutting-edge projects in AI for healthcare and AI for sustainable energy. Recognizing his authority and depth in the field, the Department of Telecom, Government of India appointed him to a national working group for defining standards to assess the robustness of AI systems, a key step in ensuring responsible and ethical AI deployment. Dr. Gopalakrishna's research spans a wide canvas, from AI and data-driven modeling to mathematical and complex systems. But his current mission is clear and compelling: to build trustworthy, robust, ethical AI frameworks that can perform reliably in high-stakes real-world applications. A passionate educator, an innovative researcher, and a humble visionary, Dr. Gopalakrishnan is not just shaping what we learn, he is shaping who we become as learners, creators, and future change makers. With great admiration and anticipation, let us welcome the person who leads minds and inspires mission. Welcome, sir.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. My pranams at the sacred lotus feet of our beloved Chancellor and my Sadguru, Mata Amritanandamayi Devi, whom we lovingly call as Amma. My reverential greetings to our chief guest, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal, Dr. Sriram Devanathan, Principal School of Engineering, Dr. T.K. Ramesh, Chairperson, Department of ECE, and other faculty colleagues of mine. And heartfelt welcome and congratulations to all students and proud parents who made today, like you joined our institute. So it's really very, very happy for welcoming all of you. So before I begin, I wish to thank the chief guest for endorsing Amrita's values and also by providing a live example or by providing an endorsement that our students are performing very well in the field. And also I am compelled to say that we always talk about brain drain, but he is an example of brain gain. So usually we say that people who do B.Tech in IIT or who do PG in IAM, they just fly and they don't contribute to the country. But here is an example who contributed to the country. And also at this point of time, I wish to say that our Principal School of Engineering is another example. So he was there in US, so he's another example of brain gain and how Amrita attracts best brains across the globe. So now, coming back to my topic, like what I want to speak, so I feel just like overwhelmed. So I come from the state of Kerala. So there the monsoon season is going on. So I feel like a very big rain is already over, and it is just like after I heard from the chief guest. So it's just like trying to say something after such a wonderful speech. So it is very difficult. Or is it like when you are, most of you are from South India, so you know that if you are having a sumptuous South Indian meal, so your sambar is over, rasam is over, and you had very sweet pudding, payasam is also over. So what else to serve? So you consider me as a buttermilk that is being served with some ginger and green chili so that you get some amount of, say, remaining excitement. So to start, Professor Sriram was mentioning about the donkey of the mullah, and then our chief guest was mentioning about AI. So I was thinking, what could be AI? So how can we compare AI, or what can be AI? So many of the students, of course, and many of the parents may also be knowing the Harry Potter series. So in the Harry Potter series, the 4th book of Harry Potter, if someone could remember, that is called Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire. And Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter rides a dragon. So I was thinking AI is neither a donkey. Initially I was thinking AI could be compared to a horse. Then I thought after the chief guest address that it is not a horse anymore, it is a dragon. So you are all going to ride a dragon. And one section, that is AIDS, is going to ride the dragon. The other section, the EAC students, you are going to make the equipment to ride this dragon, right? So how do you hold, how do you create the, say, anvil or seat or whatever, like how do you make the saddle to ride on a dragon? That's what the EAC does, whereas the riding is done by the AIDS students. So now what is the age in which we are living? I must thank our chief guest because he made it very comprehensive. So in one sentence, if I want to summarize his speech, I will say that we are living in an age where yesterday's science fiction has become today's reality. So whatever that we have been thinking as science fiction, so mainly for the parents, we must have seen movies in which the voice agents are talking, the robot is coming, the embodied intelligence is there, but all that has happened already. And many of you might have heard the news about the Tesla's new car that drove by itself from the showroom to the one who booked it, and it crossed 4 signals successfully. And many people say that autonomous cars are dangerous. But I was thinking today morning when I was in my auto rickshaw from my house to this thing. So one who has taken an auto rickshaw ride in Bangalore will never tell that any autonomous car is dangerous. It can only be much better. So the autonomous cars are not dangerous. Now, what are the science fiction turning into reality that I am talking about? First and foremost, the application of AI in healthcare. So we never thought that somebody can, because we only see in Indian astrology that I can tell you how long you will live. That is, you give me your chart, I will verify your 8th bhava, and I will see your Saturn's position, and then I will tell that this is the remaining life that you have maybe. But AI, by looking at your fundus image, can tell what is the remaining life that you have. So that is a level of advancement that we are in. And second thing, if you are having, like we are working on some of such projects with our doctors, because Amrita, we are having a peculiarity, or we are having a unique opportunity, as sir was talking about the 300 programs that we are having 52 odd schools. And one of them happens to be the medical school, and our students work closely with clinicians. So one project that we are doing is like, if you have a handheld device like a mobile phone, you take a picture of a wound that you have, especially this is for diabetic patients. So once you take this picture, then the AI agent tells you whether you need to go to the clinician today, or whether you can do some remedies that he has suggested online, or whether you need to consult him afterwards. That is, it grades these wounds. So it is a very, very simple mechanism. Why we want it? Because not to replace the doctor, but to assist the doctor, because as you know, the number of doctors are very less, right? So the AI for healthcare is making waves and strides. And second thing, agriculture, we have always been talking about increasing the yield, increasing the crop, etc. So yesterday we were talking to Mr. Gangadhar, who came here as a chief guest, and he's working for Microsoft, and he was telling us a beautiful application. So he was saying that if you deploy sensors, again which comes with the help of the electronics and computer engineers, so the sensors if you deploy and if you connect them, so you have an IoT system, and this system works along with an AI/ML algorithm, then what it tells to the farmer, and that too in the vernacular language, that is, I open my mobile phone and then I ask and I go to that particular app, then it says, today you don't have to do anything. That means you don't have to water your field. So, or you go and apply this particular manure. It is possible. So we think that it is a science fiction, but it is a reality. And similarly, we are working on certain projects of large language models with Government of India. So what we are doing, trying to do there is that we are trying to see whether these large language models are bias free, whether they are having any kind of like trustworthiness issue, etc. So one application that we have been doing is, how do you provide, or how do you get the financial advice? So we usually take the financial advice. So nowadays I am sure that maybe some of the students themselves, they might have started investing. So, but in maybe 20 years before, people never thought of investing when they were 20 or something like that. Now people start how to retire when you are 40 by investing when you reach 20, right? So for such advices, you go to some financial, say expert, and then take the advice. Now it's not like that. You ask your LLM, it gives wonderful financial advice. And yet another thing, there is many of us, God forbid, let us not get into the legal complication, but if at all you are getting into a legal complication, then if you try to read any legal document, we will not understand anything, and we were paying millions of dollars or millions of rupees to advocates, and we know that the legal profession is one of the highly paid professions in India. Now AI is fastly replacing it, because you can just give the summary document, you give any judgment to AI and give it and ask it to summarize and give it back. So it is going to replace the lawyers. So it is not only going to assist the medical professionals, as he was rightly pointing out, it may disrupt many fields. And when we were chatting before the program started, I was telling him that in Kerala they are talking about the first AI movie. The first AI movie without director, without, maybe producer should be there because somebody should give the money. So without director, without actor, without scriptwriter, no music director, nobody. It is a completely AI made movie. Okay, so we are living in an age where actually the science fiction has become a reality. So I was thinking, it is like if you have read about the first nuclear explosion, Oppenheimer, when he says that nuclear explosion, so because the movie has come recently, so many of you may be remembering that, So he actually remembers one of the verse from the Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna talks, or Sanjaya in fact says about how the Vishwarupa starts. Like he says, it's like 1,000 suns are rising on the horizon. So the AI seems like that. AI is like a Vishwarupa. So it has come in its full form. So whether you like it or not, it is going to go through all fields. Let it be culture, let it be, say, music, or let it be any scientific field, it is going to make a big impact. And this is the best point when you can actually do a UG. Any UG for that matter, and especially the current group deserves a special congratulation, because this current group is consisting of two sections. One who will help creating these AI systems, and the other who will help implementing this AI system. That is the AI DS students and the EAC students. So you should not think that the particular day in which we chose that AI DS and EAC should come together, it is neither incidental nor accidental, it is intentional. Because we thought that you both should be together. So you both are like the Rama and Lakshmana. So who are going to change the future. And at this time I will just tell a small anecdote about the need for collaboration. So Sriram sir was talking about the mullah's story. So the need for collaboration at this age is much more. So there is a very small story by mullah. So mullah is having one glass of milk, and he and his friend want to share that glass of milk, but they don't have another glass. So imagine that they don't have very high standards of hygiene anyway. So they have decided that they will drink half glass of milk, first will be drank by one and the next half will be drank by the other person. So then his friend says to mullah that you please do the honor first, you can have the milk first. Then mullah is intrigued and he is asking, why are you saying that? Then his friend says, I have sugar, but that sugar is enough only for half glass of milk. So I don't want to add the sugar first and make you drink, because I will get only, the taste will be little less. Then mullah says, no problem, I have salt which is enough for half glass of milk, so I will add that first and drink, and then I will give you the milk. So it is necessary that you need to collaborate. So one thing that you need to have, you need to develop from your very first day, is that you have to break the silos of your branch. So you should not identify that I am an AIDS student, so I am going to do only software, I will not touch any hardware. First of all, our curriculum is not like that, and similarly for the EAC students, your curriculum is not like that. You cannot think that you are never going to learn your AI, ML, etc. So if at all you had a chance of looking at our curriculum, you could have already understood that irrespective of the branch you are taking, we have made sure that you are going to learn the fundamentals of hardware and software. Then the other most important point that I want to talk about is, when the AI makes this much revolution, is it risk-free or is it problem-free? Definitely there is a big problem. So you all might be knowing about the deep fake videos. So you all must be knowing about the AI scams. So earlier you were getting calls from human beings, so it is limited. Now it is from AI, so it is unlimited. That's why you can see that nowadays you are getting marketing calls even in the middle of night. You may be wondering who is awake now and calling me. Nobody is awake. Actually it is an agent who is calling you. So it is becoming more and more tricky. And there is, like, I am in the doctoral committee of one of the students who is doing research on how the large language models are being used to trick people, and specifically used for financial scams. So it comes to you as a chatmate and it starts chatting with you. And once you start that chat, then slowly it takes you to investing in something. So it talks about cryptocurrency, it talks about the benefits that it had by cryptocurrency, and all as imposting itself as a human being. And very interesting study that he did was, he asked whether, like, he conducted a double-blind study, and in the double-blind, in the sense both the user and the other part, both of them don't know what is happening. And in the double-blind study, what he did is, like, you were asked to chat with human beings as well as a chatmate who is imposted as a human being with a name. And then finally the question was, whom do you trust? So suppose you have A, B, C. A and B are human beings. C is a LLM. And the question is whether you trust A, B or C, some questionnaire. Then invariably all human beings wonderfully, no points for guessing, trusted whom? C. So we were very interestingly, everybody said we trust C. And the question was, do you think C is a chatbot? Not at all. That is, we doubt our human beings, but we don't doubt this thing. So at this time I am reminded of one of the quotes from our Chancellor. So she says, all of us are engrossed, engaged in Facebook. Facebook is, we are all for the boomer generation, okay, for the Gen Z generation it is not Facebook, so you should pardon me for using that example. So the Facebook, all of us are engrossed in the Facebook, but we do not know the face of the person sitting next to us. So what is more important, as he was pointing out when he was concluding, how can you be a human in the age of AI? What is most important for you to be a human in the age of AI? So I will just give you two examples and I will conclude, or two anecdotes and conclude. So one thing I always think, I give this example to many people when I talk as well. So I say that, so we are all in Bangalore. So imagine that one Sunday morning in Bangalore is not 7 a.m. as you think, okay? Bangalore morning starts by 10 a.m. or sometimes by 11 a.m. So you should imagine that way, Bangalore morning 10 a.m. So Bangalore morning 10 a.m. an alien, just like in the movie PK, by some mistake it lands in Bangalore, JP Nagar, Jaya Nagar, or whichever place you want, it lands without causing any other disruption. It goes to a building, and in that building, an AC building, many people are running, but they are not moving. They are running by standing on the same spot. And some person is lifting something very heavy and dropping. Again something very heavy and dropping. Some person is trying to expand something and then again contracting it. So the alien is extremely confused. What is this happening? And what are these guys doing? And as many of you would have guessed it, it is a gym, a place which people like me never visit. Right? So why we want such a gym? Why that gym was necessary? So 20 years, 30 years, 50 years before, the gym culture was not popular, but people were healthy because the automation was very less. Like you have to do, because if you want to do somewhere, if you have to go to a shop, you have to walk or you have to cycle or something. Nowadays, if you want to go to the next street, you will go in your car. And if you want to, not even next street, if you want food, you will ask your mother, I am in my bedroom, what is there for dinner? And if the dinner is according to my choice only, I am going to get out of the bedroom. Otherwise, I will order in Swiggy. And the Swiggy boy will deliver in your bedroom door, not in your this thing. So that automation, what it made, that automation made you unhealthy, and you started paying money to become healthy, to do tough tasks. As the Three Idiots movie, the person says, what is a machine? Machine reduces human effort. Then he asks, what about the machines in gym, which is increasing the human effort, right? If you remember the joke. Now, similar to that, if we do not take care, what is going to happen in very, very near future is that you will have cognitive gyms where people will calculate 2 into 2 equal to 4. 3 into 2 is 6. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3 only. It is not 2.5. Like that. Because for every other thing what people are doing now, you ask, that is if you want a coffee or tea also, you will ask the chat GPT, how do I ask my mother or father that I need a coffee? So that intellectual gyms will be a reality if you are not going to pay attention to your cognitive capabilities. And I was thrilled and excited when he said to me before the event itself that they select people by asking them do the basic mathematical problems which belong to a high school. So first and foremost advice from my side is that never ever use AI for replacing your cognitive capability. At the same time you need to use it. So it is like, for example, you should not be like, if I want to move this table, anyway I cannot move, But if at all, more healthy people, if they want to try moving this table, if they do that, even if you are a regular gym goer, your spine will go. So you should use force or mechanized power when necessary. And you should not say that walking is a best exercise, so I will take from here to Delhi, like Adi Shankara walked, I will do. Then you will reach after 20 years. So that is not what we mean by replacing AI. So what you have to do is that you have to use AI where necessary, and you have to be yourself, like you have to ask yourself, am I still relevant if I am using AI there? And the second most important with which I want to conclude is the importance of ethics. That means, and that is where Amrita stands separate from other universities, because we have a very unique chancellor. And why this ethics is very, very important? Because you know that as he was pointing out about that student, so when he said about our student, I was very happy to hear that, and I was reminded of an instance, like a very ancient instance. So you know that years ago, maybe 5,000 years ago, the best archer at that time, the number one student is facing the end semester examination in Kurukshetra. Then what happens is that his hand starts shivering, he starts sweating, and then he is tensed, he cannot do anything. And who saved him? The student, the master archer Arjuna, was saved by the Yogeshwara Krishna. So here you are blessed with such a chancellor who can guide you, and by her vision, we are also able to guide you in that aspect. So I suggest that being ethical and following or imbibing Amrita's values should be again one of your topmost priorities. And I pray to Amma that your stay here should be joyful and fruitful, and all of you should reach very high heights and then contribute to this country inspired by our chief guest. So you should keep contributing to our Bharat, because we are in the Asadika Amrit Kal. So once again I welcome all of you. Thank you and Nam Shivaya.
So in Gopal sir's words, if Mr. Anshuman's speech is a downpour and his address is a drizzle, that leaves us being the sprinkles of this event. From his tempting way of using the analogy of food, highlighting Bengaluru's traffic, to tickling our bones with his measured sense of humor, Sir has curbed the power of AI or any AI-generated speech. With his remarkably woven advice and guidance, Sir has etched his message in the minds of our newest family members. Thank you, sir. Before I invite the next speaker, Dr. T.K. Ramesh, Chairperson, Department of ECE, to address the gathered, I would be delighted to speak a few words about Dr. Ramesh. Dr. T.K. Ramesh joined Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham in August 2005 after serving as Assistant Professor at MVJ College of Engineering, Bangalore. He had worked there for 10 years before joining Amrita. He has been the recipient of the Best Teacher Award for the year 2003 at MVJ College of Engineering, Bangalore. He has over 27 years of experience in teaching. Dr. T.K. Ramesh obtained his PhD from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham in 2012 in the field of optical networks. He had published over 100 research publications in peer-reviewed international journals and conferences. He has successfully guided 4 PhDs, and now he is guiding 8 PhD scholars. His areas of research include communication networks and applications, analog and digital devices and circuits, functional safety, artificial intelligence, and network on chip. He is a lifetime member of the Indian Society for Technical Education and member of the Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. May I now invite Sir to deliver the address.
Om Amriteshwari Nama. Good morning, everyone.
I welcome and congratulate all the students who have joined the B.Tech program in EAC and AI and data science. I also take this opportunity to thank and welcome all the parents. Now the curd rice is already served. How to continue with this? Sir was talking about the syllabus structure. So I think more they spoken about the AI. As a chairperson of the Department of EC, I like to elaborate the syllabus structure, what you made for EAC. Before that, EAC is a mix of hardware and software. In a similar way, AI and data science is a mix of intelligence and data analysis. Otherwise, intelligence and mathematics and statistics. Now, if I take one example, speakers were talking about autonomous car. What is the role of a EAC engineer? A EAC engineer will be working on the sensors, circuit part, and the control systems. AI and data science engineer will collect the data from the sensors, and they will help the car to see, to think, and to take decision. So decision-making algorithms, they'll be strong enough. But if you see the structure of the syllabus, as I told, I'll be more focusing on the EAC part. If you see the first year syllabus and the second year syllabus, where we'll be covering all the fundamentals, what is required for all this areas, what I say, electronics, computer, data science, and AI. Suppose if you ask a question, now I'm joining for EAC. As I move on, or I reach 4th semester, I'll get interest towards the AI more. Can I continue with AI? Yes, the curriculum is designed in such a way. We have fundamentals of data science and machine learning that we'll be learning in the first 2 years. And the syllabus is structured like that. In the 3rd year, we have open labs. Open Lab 1 and Open Lab 2 will happen in the 5th semester and the 6th semester. And also we have the provision of the professional electives, open electives, where you can opt the interested subjects and you can carry on. The open lab concept is such that in the 5th semester, depending on the interest what you developed or what you want to do after gaining the knowledge of these 2 years of study, according to that you can select the area. You have the option of VLSI design, you have the option of embedded system, you have the option of AI, data science, anything. So in the 5th semester, in the Open Lab 1, you will do in-depth study what is required more to understand to continue with the interested area where you want to get into. So we have a concept such that that area where you want to work will allow to work. And the project what you're going to take, there you can do the in-depth study on that particular area. and you will be simulating the problem and showing the results. At the end of the 5th semester, we will be having paper presentation of the simulated result, where we'll be calling expert from industry. They'll be reviewing your presentations, and depending on our interest where you want to continue with, they'll give the inputs how to go ahead and what the industry is looking into. You can add to that. With the inputs what you're gaining from the experts and the teachers, you'll incorporate that one in the 6th semester beginning, once again simulate it, then you convert into the hardware. So converting into an hardware is really a challenge, and that is required nowadays. Whatever the AI we are going to do, the intelligence what you're going to use, the responding side has to respond at the correct time. I want to do a particular task in a very short duration. If I don't have the system which is going to support that, then task cannot be done. Of course, intelligence has to be added. Along with, you must gain the knowledge, the fundamentals, what is required to build the hardware to support that one. So with this, I conclude that saying, both the program, this B.Tech in EAC and B.Tech in AI and data science, as Sir told, it is more relevant to this time. And both are like Rama and Lakshman. And I will take the privilege of being Rama in that, because we are the one who introduced electronics, the first to come. Then we added the AI to that. And the department is well structured and having qualified faculty. So you'll be having all the support to achieve the objective with what you are going to join this program. With this, I conclude once again congratulating you and wishing you all the best for your 4-year stay in Amrita. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words and the concise introduction to the EAC and AIDS programs. Sir has kindly discussed the scope of this program in detail, which I believe must have assuaged the many doubts our students and our parents may have had. Your discussion of the program and its delivery and the possibility of multiple streams must be a guiding light for our students in the days to come. Next segment of today's program is to pledge. A pledge intended to foster a spirit of pride and responsibility in the course of your engineering students, and eventually become responsible engineers and citizens. And for the same, may I invite our Principal Vidyapeetham.
First of all, the good news is there are no more speeches. So I now come to a very unique part of this whole program, the pledge. It reflects the core fundamental values, human values, universal human values that we all undertake together. There are numerous prayers that all talk about how we have to move together. And I think even the acronym TEAM, I think you might have heard about TEAM, team, stands for Together Everyone Achieves More. So with that spirit, I request all the students to please stand up and then extend your right hand forward the way you have done it in the pledge for the Indian Constitution. So I will request you to repeat after me a few words at a time. May I freely and fully commit myself to my academic studies my personal growth, and the noble values of this institution, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. I pledge wholeheartedly to apply myself to the mastery of the academic knowledge that I am about to receive and to seek within the self knowledge that brings true wisdom. I will strive to cultivate the enduring sustaining qualities like humility and compassion that develop mature judgment and discrimination. May the application of knowledge expressed through all my actions always reflect honor upon myself, my family, this institution, and my country. This pledge I take freely before this assembly, the supreme witness within, and our founder, Holy Mother, Mata Amritanandamayi Devi, who has blessed and offered this institution for the benefit of humanity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of everyone in Amrita family, as a token of appreciation, gratitude, and goodwill, may I request our principals, Dr. Sriram and Dr. Gopalakrishnan, to present a memento to our chief guest, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal. Any program is incomplete without acknowledging the minds, hearts, and hands of each and every individual whose sincere effort has shown light in the form of this program. And to formally thank everyone, I invite Orientation Program Coordinator, Dr. Manish Rajan Walvekar.
Namaste Shivaya, thank you. Shriram sir mentioned there are no speeches. So curd rice, sambar rice, rasam rice, sweets. I am the sof, mukhwas, what we have in the end. Pan, sof. The post lunch. You are having lunch, don't worry. So I am Dr. Manish Walvekar, as introduced, the chairperson of Amrita Darshanam, the department that holds aloft the torch of the Indian knowledge system at our university. I also stay wearing another cap as the campus lead for the inauguration and program commencement and the upcoming induction program of this remarkable academic journey. Now, as we draw the curtains of the inaugural ceremony for the 2025 B.Tech AI Data Science and EAC batches, it is my privilege and joy to deliver the vote of thanks and offering of gratitude to all who made this occasion luminous. First and foremost, my deepest pranams at the lotus feet of Amma, whose grace flows through every moment of this event. If you allow me to borrow the words of language of grammar, she is the karta, doer, karma, object, and kriyapada, verb of this entire institution. We are merely instruments of her will, moved by her compassion and guided by her vision. To our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Anshuman Agarwal, thank you for your very calm and composed address. This was not just a lecture or an address, but a stirring journey. Your words did not merely inform, they ignited. When we were discussing about the chief guests, and thanks to Ms. Rashmi Verma for connecting Mr. Anshuman Agarwal and also yesterday's alumni, Mr. Gangadhar Kodandaram, and she was mentioning all the achievements of Mr. Agarwal, and lastly she said, but he's a wonderful speaker. And I was really looking forward to it, to his speech, and he mentioned about to conclude, he said, and what Gopal sir also mentioned, he endorsed Amrita's volume and he stressed something to look for the problem statements and to search for the solutions. And that's what the two things they go together in Amrita. We hold values, we follow the guidelines of the Indian tradition, and we also look for the problem statement. I just got reminded of a small story of Hiranyakashipu and Narasimha. Hiranyakashipu got a boon from Brahma that he shouldn't be killed in the day or night, he shouldn't be killed by any weapon. He shouldn't be killed in Patala, in the netherland, not on earth, nor in the sky. Neither a human nor an animal should kill him. And nobody who has taken birth from mother's womb should kill him. Finally, Narasimha, he found out the problem statement and he came up with an amazing solution. When he killed him, it was an evening time, neither the day nor the night. He killed him with his claws. These are not the weapons. He killed him in the ether by keeping him on his lap. That is neither Patara nor earth and nor the sky. And he's Narasimha, he's half animal, half human. So that problem is also got solved. And he was born from a pillar. So he's an unborn. He didn't take birth from mother's womb. That's how we uphold values, we uphold the culture, and we look at the problem statements and we solve the problems at Amrita. So thank you so much for reminding me of that story, that how to look at the problems, solving a problem through your speech, sir. To our respected director, sir, who couldn't be here because of some emergencies, but he has sent his best wishes. Principals, Swamijis, HODs, vice chairs, for your steadfast leadership that continues to illuminate our path. This event bears the imprint of your vision and commitment to nurturing excellence. Like Gopal sir mentioned that AI is a dragon, but I think the Gen Zs might connect with me. This dragon from Game of Thrones, he mentioned about Harry Potter, but if I talk about Game of Thrones, this dragon is of Daenerys Targaryen, not that is carried by the White Walkers. So let us be very careful that it is not with the White Walkers, but it is with Daenerys Targaryen and Jon Snow. To the committee members and volunteers, thank you for your silent strength and tireless effort. The seamless execution of this program is a testament to your sincerity and planning. Now to our newest members, young babies of Amrita, welcome my dear students. This is not just an academic beginning, it is the first chapter of a transformative journey. May you carry the fire of inquiry, the patience of learning, and humility of wisdom. Lastly, to the parents, thank you very much. Thank you for entrusting us with your children. Your faith is the foundation on which we build their future. In closing, let us invoke the Guru Tattva as our guiding light in the immortal words of Srimad Jagadguru Adi Shankaracharya. Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthita Mahadeepa Prabha Bhaswaram Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuradi Karanadwara Bahispandate Janamiti Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Etat Samastai Jagat Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. To the Dakshinamurti, the embodiment of knowledge, shining through the Guru, we bow in reverence. Thank you, one and all. May this be the beginning of something truly extraordinary. Thank you so much. Namah Shivaya.
As we come to the conclusion of our orientation program for the B.Tech EAC and B.Tech AI Data Science, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to you all, to all our esteemed speakers, faculty members, and most importantly, our enthusiastic students. More exciting, more learning, and engaging activities await you. So from all of us here, we wish you all a wonderful journey at Amrita. We shall now rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Students and parents, kindly stay back. There will be further instructions for you.